Hey friends, I am back with another video with another friend. Hey baby. Hey. Hey. So for today's video, I would like to introduce you all to a very shy Scotts Fitzgerald, aka Mr. Fitz. He kind of just wants to be playing with Nala and Oliver right now, so he's like, let me go. So this is him for you guys to see. I'm gonna let him go play now though, because he's like, let me go. Why am I in front of the camera? So this is Fitzies. He's so over this. When my sister passed, I wanted a new buddy to give all my love and attention to. He was sort of my tiny distraction from all the negatives, and within days, he was a part of our little furry family. I am telling you, Nala and Mr. Fitz are inseparable. Oliver too, but he's more of a mama's boy. Anyways, today's video is sort of going to be a cluster of randomness. I'm going to talk about my experiences with getting Mr. Fitz, my own personal thoughts with owning a kitten, what you need to know if you're planning on getting a kitten, and why I believe ragdoll kittens are the absolute best choice for feline companionship. So let's get started, shall we? So I found Mr. Fitz on Kijiji, which is sort of like the Craigslist of Canada. This lady who lives about 2.5–3 hours away from me breeds ragdoll kittens as a hobby. Her ragdolls are 100% pure ragdolls, and with her I got the opportunity to meet both the parents and Mr. Fitz to see if we were the right fit for each other. Mr. Fitz is a lilac-coated ragdoll. Ragdolls actually come in various coats. There's mitted, van, bicolor, color point, and lilac. Usually with age, their prominent shades go a few shades darker. So if you are looking to get a lighter colored kitten like Mr. Fitz, I recommend a lilac because the darkest his features will go is a dark gray, whereas others might end up looking like this. Which isn't bad, all kittens are beautiful, but my personal preference is a lighter coat because then it looks like you have a little cotton ball full of fur running around your house. I knew I wanted to get a ragdoll because of all the rave of their puppy-like personalities. And yes, the name is literal. Ragdolls are known to go limp as soon as you pick them up, just like ragdolls. Hence the name. I've had 3 cats in my lifetime and none of them were nearly as affectionate as Mr. Fitz's. I don't know what it is, but I found that with other cats, and I've only ever had tabby cats before Mr. Fitz, but they were just so don't touch me except with your eyes. And very independent, if you know what I mean. But Mr. Fitz, he is so affectionate and needy, it's almost annoying at times. Ragdolls love, love, love affection. In fact, they need the attention to function happily and healthy. I definitely don't recommend that you get a ragdoll kitten if you intend to leave it home alone all day while you go out to run errands and live your everyday life and only see it for a few minutes throughout your day. Ragdolls definitely do not do well in solitude. Luckily for me, when I have to go to school or I have to go run errands, I have Nala and Oliver to keep Mr. Fitz company. And those guys can play for hours on end with no interruptions needed. My suggestion if you are planning to leave your kitten home alone at any time is to get a companion for the kitten, just so that he doesn't feel unwanted when you're not around. Oh, and they absolutely cannot be outdoor cats. Please, 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 please don't make the mistake of getting a ragdoll kitten and thinking that it can be a outdoor kitten. Ragdolls are far too docile to be able to survive the outdoors. You're just setting your cuddly buddly button up for failure. So please keep that also in mind if you're planning on getting a ragdoll. They need tender loving care from the comfort of indoors. However, I do recommend that you bring your kitten for little outdoor adventures, but with you there to supervise and perhaps get them a cat leash, just so that you can keep them safe. Now, believe it or not, although this guy looks like a tiny ball of fur, ragdolls are one of the largest cat breeds. Lucky for me, males can weigh up to 20 pounds, whereas females only about 15. But their large size doesn't stop them from seeking major attention. They love to be carried around, which will be a huge workout for me once this little guy becomes a big guy. Ragdolls are also notorious for shedding. Yeah, the girl who already has problems with her golden retriever decided to get one of the largest shedding cats in society. Way to go, Amelia. They need to be brushed every single day so they don't get any mats in their fur. Not all ragdolls' hair mats, but Mr. Fitz tends to get a little bit of ratted hair around his ears and under his neck, and that probably might have to do with him constantly playing with the dogs, but regardless, I don't like to chance it, so I brush him every day. But unlike other cat breeds, ragdolls don't have an undercoat, which is typically the cause for excessive shedding in cats. Yes, they will shed a lot. And no, they are not hypoallergenic. But the advantage of their lack of undercoat is that a lot of people who are usually allergic to cats can have a ragdoll. So in our case, Casey is extremely allergic to cats, and that's why he's always hated them as he grew up. But he has absolutely no problems with Mr. Fitz. In fact, they usually sleep together every night, and Mr. Fitz curls up in a little ball on his chest. It's honestly the cutest thing ever. Now, although the breed is downright gorgeous, you have to remember that they are a huge commitment, just like any other pet. An average ragdoll costs between $500 to $2,000. Prices may vary based on mix to 100% purebred. However, the price to adopt or buy your ragdoll kitten should really be considered secondary compared to the overall cost of owning a kitten. Ragdolls, or any other cat in that matter, can live from 12 to 20 years of age. They are a huge commitment. So you really have to think if this is something you're willing to be responsible for the full duration of their lives. And to properly care for one, a lot of time and money goes into it. You have to think about vet bills, litter, food, toys, and more every year is crucial. It is basically like having a permanent baby in your life. So although you may find them absolutely gorgeous and their loving personalities extremely appealing, please do your due diligence before taking one home. It breaks my heart to see all those cats and dogs being put down in shelters simply because someone was incapable of keeping their word and decided to let them go and say they didn't want them anymore. Just because their baby days are over doesn't mean that they're not your baby. Overall, my experience with owning Mr. Fitz has been so worth it thus far. He's definitely a pain in the butt 80% of the time and follows me around everywhere that I go, but he makes me happy just like my pups do. So you can definitely count on me to be recommending anyone and everyone to get themselves their very own ragdoll. I hope you all enjoyed this video. Please give Scotts Fitzgerald a huge thumbs up. And let me know in the comments down below if you guys would like me to film any more cat related videos or dog related videos, and I'd be happy to oblige. So for now, I say goodbye. I'm sure we'll meet again sometime. And until then, mischief managed.